19. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Motion. Blood.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Able to find his running back, Geis. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Gun. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the pass.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Corey Grant, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 39, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Wide, get wide. Dudes.
Cousins on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Corey Grant with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's caught out wide by Stills. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here comes Grant on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Gun. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Target. Yellow. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Five.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun. Mike 56, Mike 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Cousins now. Going deep for Diggs. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face it. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Watson, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant. 300. Mike 56. Mike 56. Done. Ricky. Bravo. 56 is the Mike.
Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun. Hey, we're good.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. All day.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Corey Grant saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
1,
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to fire one deep over. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Zebra.
56. Mike, 50.
Hey, exit.
56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Mike, 56.
Off the play fake. Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 54 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Watson, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. He was looking that time for Stills.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Check 56. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
White 56.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
On second down now, it's Cook. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Being chased out left. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Matthew Ioannidis able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. On first down, it's Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. On first down, Watson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
No time out.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redskins are able to get a score back. Extra point good by Hopkins as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. That's complete to Grant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his pass incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
56.
Hey, wahoo! 6'6", bullet high. Hey, yo.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
A second down throw for Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through them right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Gun.
6, Mike 56.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Steps away to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check, 55 to Mike.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out of the gun, Geis. And an alley to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 66 yards. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Matt Ioannidis, his 2nd sack of the night. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
You must be 20 points down. He's coming.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
After
the interception, here's Watson. And this one complete to Reed. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
58's the money. 58's the money.
To the air yet again, Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Cousins. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, Ken. Hey, dude.
Mike's 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Corey Grant, 27 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins.
Let's go.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
When they get away from it a little bit, but they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more